In the wild, the smallest engineering mistake can be catastrophic. But this man isn't just surviving, he's rewriting the rules. A foundation isn't just to support a structure, it is a declaration against the chaos of nature. Watch closely. Every action is deliberate, a lesson in efficiency and ancient wisdom. The real secret isn't in what he's building, but why he's building it this way. He begins with a strategic site selection. A hillside not only provides natural drainage, but also offers a solid windbreak, reducing the load on the structure. The main posts are driven deep into the ground. This is a simple but highly effective pile foundation technique. Creating the roof frame is a load balancing exercise. Each horizontal beam not only supports the roof, but also braces the posts together, forming a unified, structural block that resists the lateral force of the wind. Checking for vertical and parallel alignment is an unskippable step. A small deviation here would be amplified throughout the entire structure. He works methodically, completing each wall face to ensure the frame's stability. The roof is constructed with a moderate slope, a compromise between fast drainage and wind resistance. The final stage, inspecting the entire structure. He's looking for any weak points, any looseness. A simple shelter is complete. It's not just a structure, it's an engineering solution. The engineer's satisfaction lies not in the beauty, but in the strength and efficiency of the work. The tools are packed away, but the knowledge and experience remain, ready for the next challenge. He leaves, leaving behind proof that humans can harmonize with nature through engineering. From a temporary shelter, the challenge is now elevated, building a log cabin with thermal insulation capabilities. Metal flashing ensures the membrane is securely fixed, preventing drafts and creating a sealed envelope. Roof construction demands absolute precision. This is the most critical component for protecting the entire house. The house is taking shape. The exterior waterproof shell and a sturdy roof frame are the foundation. The meticulousness in cutting the waterproof membrane will determine its effectiveness for years to come. Roofing is a job that requires patience. Each plank must be placed precisely and interlocked. Using large logs increases structural integrity and provides a rustic, natural look. The basic structure is complete. Now it's time to focus on turning it into a living space. This black insulation layer is key. It keeps the cabin warm in winter and cool in summer, minimizing energy use. The floor is also thoroughly insulated, preventing cold from rising from the ground. A solid wood floor is laid over the insulation, creating a clean and durable surface. The floor is finished, ready for the installation of interior details. The interior wall cladding isn't just for decoration, it creates an air gap, further enhancing insulation. Using a flame to seal the seams of the waterproof membrane, this technique ensures the joints are completely watertight. Attention to the smallest details, like smoothing the wood edges, makes the difference between building and crafting. A structure doesn't just exist in its environment, it becomes a part of it. The next construction technique, a semi-subterranean shelter, building into the hillside leverages the Earth's natural insulating properties. The wall is built using a stacking technique, using the weight of the logs themselves to create stability. Digging a deep foundation is extremely important, especially when the structure must bear the pressure of the earth above. A waterproof liner is placed at the base of the wall, preventing groundwater from destroying the wooden structure. The process of building the wall requires patience and the ability to select logs that fit together well. Difficult working conditions, but that is part of conquering the challenge. Fire is not just for warmth, It's also used to dry and treat wood on site. Covering the roof with earth is an ancient insulation technique. It helps regulate the internal temperature naturally. Preparing the waterproof layer for the roof. This is the most critical protective layer. Dry leaves are added on top not just for camouflage, but to create an additional layer of insulation and drainage. The loyal companion, a silent witness to human perseverance. The shelter almost blends into its surroundings, a perfect design of camouflage and sustainability. Adding more layers of natural covering, enhancing its concealment and protection. The final details are being completed. The door is designed for a snug fit, minimizing heat loss. Each log has its own role in the overall structure. The skill of the carpenter is clearly displayed. And here is the result, a fortress against winter, ready to face the harshest conditions. The next challenge, renovating an old cabin. Repairing the floor is the first priority to ensure structural safety. Installing a new door. Sturdy hinges are the determining factor for the door's durability. A wood charring technique called Chisugi ban. It not only creates a unique color, but also helps protect the wood from insects and rot. Carefully dismantling the old window frame to avoid damaging the surrounding wall structure. The new window not only brings in light, it significantly improves thermal insulation. Cleaning the stove is a crucial preparatory step to ensure the heating system operates efficiently and safely. The white mortar between the logs is a traditional chinking material, helping to stop drafts and insects. Every detail is carefully calculated to ensure maximum safety. The door opens to a winter world, but inside is a warm and safe space. Handcrafting the small details brings soul to the project. Installing the chimney on the roof is a dangerous job, requiring caution and skill. The moment the first fire is lit, transforming a wooden structure into a home, the project is complete. A warm fortress in the middle of winter, ready to provide shelter and peace. Using a handsaw for a precise cut, the slower speed allows for better control. This classic hand drill allows for clean holes without splitting the wood like a power drill might. Driving the nails decisively to ensure a strong joint. Smoothing the details with a knife, a technique that requires concentration and a steady hand. The flexibility to use both power tools and hand tools is the mark of a skilled craftsman. Back to construction, accurate measurement is the foundation of any project. Strength and decisiveness are necessary to position large wooden components. Each part is custom-made to fit its specific location in the cabin. The work is repetitive but requires constant focus. Installing horizontal beams to create a shelving system or a loft. Preparing for the evening, firewood is the lifeblood in this environment. Installing a support frame near the window. Finalizing the last details. The interior space is gradually becoming comfortable and organized. And here's the result, a sturdy bench, perfectly integrated into the cabin space, next to the stove. A long bench crafted from the roughest materials, yet possessing an incredibly sturdy structure. Using a blowtorch to treat the wood surface, not only creating an aesthetic effect, but also hardening the wood. Installing a handmade window latch. These are the details that give a project its unique character. Beginning an ambitious project, building a porch and staircase for the cabin on the hillside. Everything is crafted on site, from raw logs. The project has taken shape. The dog seems to be supervising quality from above. The porch construction is progressing well. Every nail is driven with care. The porch structure is nearly complete. Now it's time to focus on the stairs. Incredible! A complex structure is finished, completely transforming the cabin and its accessibility. Building stairs on a steep slope is one of the greatest challenges in carpentry. Each step must have the same height and width to ensure safety. His perseverance is admirable. The work is nearing its final stages. A work of technical art, perfectly harmonizing with the natural environment. Carving holes in the timber to create mortise and tenon joints. This is a traditional, very strong woodworking technique. The previous project is complete. Now he begins a new one inside. Crafting custom furniture to perfectly fit the cabin space. Using a power drill speeds up the progress for repetitive tasks. Assembling the table with X legs, a design that is both stable and space-saving. The design and marking phase, measure twice, cut once is the golden rule. Using clamps to hold parts together while glue dries or during screw installation. Carving a small decorative detail. This is the artisan's signature. Adjusting the door frame to ensure it opens and closes smoothly. Finishing the final details of the table. Snow has started to fall. The work inside the cabin becomes even more important. Now he's making a small wooden box, perhaps for tool storage. Assembling the sides of the box. There's always work to be done, always something to improve. His skill with the handsaw is impressive. Crafting a complex detail for the door. Installing a small window, bringing more light into the cabin. And finally, a touch of color. The plaid curtains bring a cozy, homey feel. The space has been transformed from a rough shelter into a cozy craftsman's workshop. Every screw is tightened by hand, ensuring control and a feel for the torque. Maintaining tools is as important as using them. A sharp chisel is a safe tool. Everything has its place. Now, the story shifts to a completely different challenge, a mysterious door leading into the earth. To access the entrance, he must build his own path. The only material is what the forest provides. He is building a temporary ladder, an engineering feat that must guarantee absolute safety. The first test, his and the dog's weight, is a realistic load test. Using stone wedges to create solid anchor points for the wooden structure. Reinforcing the ladder, adding braces to prevent shaking. Working at this height is extremely dangerous. Every movement must be calculated. A moment of rest, admiring the result and the majestic landscape. Finishing the handrail and safety features. A temporary structure built to the standards of a permanent one. One final check, the confidence in his own craftsmanship. The cave entrance has been conquered. The mission is complete. They leave, leaving behind an incredible structure. A testament that with knowledge and skill, no terrain is insurmountable. The pinnacle of survival engineering, building a dwelling on a sheer cliff face. This isn't just a balcony, it's an observatory, a place to merge with nature. The work moves inside the cave. The tight space presents new challenges. Breaking rock with rudimentary tools, a laborious and time-consuming task. Building a path down to a deeper section of the cave. Safety is the #1 priority. Inside, a wooden structure is being erected, creating an organized living space in the heart of the rock. The entrance is sturdily built, turning a wild cave into a fortress. A moment of peace after days of hard labor. He and his companion enjoy the fruits of their work. The finishing process continues. It can always be made better, safer. The ladder now looks much sturdier. The handrail is a critical safety feature. The entire structure is an impressive combination of woodworking and rock construction techniques. Checking the sturdiness of each component. A work of a lifetime, a symbol of human will. He has created his own paradise. Absolute satisfaction. The work is never truly over. A combination of man, animal, and nature. A perfect hideaway. Installing a transparent roof, a clever solution to get natural light into the cave. Finishing the interior window frame, creating an air buffer for insulation. Working in awkward positions requires creativity in how tools are used. Applying a protective coat to the exterior wood, guarding against the effects of sun and rain. A wood floor will transform the damp cave space into a dry and comfortable dwelling. Installing a metal plate, possibly to reflect heat or to serve as a work surface. The cliffside balcony is an ideal place to work and enjoy the fresh air. Simple but effective flooring laid directly on the leveled ground. Crafting small details with a knife, the dexterity of the hands is irreplaceable. These small pieces of wood can be used as wedges, pegs, or fire-starting material. Assembling an internal structure, possibly a bed or a table. A simple but crucial drainage system, helping to keep the foundation dry. The living space is complete with basic, handcrafted furniture. A moment of relaxation, enjoying the silence in the home he built with his own hands. The tool rack is logically ranged, optimizing the workspace. The absolute harmony of a man and his work in a majestic natural setting. A cozy and well-equipped corner, an incredible achievement of engineering and perseverance. The foundation of this structure is anchored deep in the earth, utilizing the stability of roots and soil. Building a frame on treacherous terrain, a true test of skill and courage. The view from this construction site is spectacular. It is the reward for tireless effort. Laying the floor for the elevated shelter, each plank must be placed perfectly. The nailing must be secure to ensure the floor can bear the load. Roofing with metal, a durable and low-maintenance choice for harsh weather conditions. Working inside the narrow space requires dexterity and the right tools. Indeed, this is a complex animal trap system integrated into the dwelling itself. Finishing the interior walls. Using a mixture of clay and natural materials to plaster the walls. This is an excellent insulation and waterproofing technique. Installing the window. A small chimney indicates he plans to use a small stove inside. The shelter is complete, compact, efficient, and well camouflaged. Its purpose is clear. This is an observation and hunting post. A masterpiece of survival engineering. A very special thank you to the owner of the YouTube channel Luxon Bushcraft for creating this wonderful video and allowing me to comment. If you enjoyed this narrative, please visit and support their channel at the link in the description below.